Tony, we're here again. Yes.
Yeah.
And our podcast, we're going to call it Remember, Member, Kambuku. Yes?
Yeah.
And what we're going to do is just carry on from where we left off in the last conversation.
Yeah. Got you.
Yeah?
Got you.
Remember we talked about our early years coming over to the UK and going off to schools. Yeah. What we want to do today is talk about our happiness in those early years.
If there was any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure as you remember,
Yeah.
as you remember these things,
Yeah.
you're going to actually come up with lots of
Happy memories.
happy memories.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
For me, when I came to Nottingham, I I remember mum and dad, particularly my dad because he had been left shorter time than my mum.
Mm-hmm.
But I came to a new place, and a lot of it was just rediscovering.
Yeah.
So, and I enjoy learning. So for me, the happy part of it was actually discovering new things.
In Nottingham.
In Nottingham,
Yeah.
in Sherwood.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sherwood. Yeah.
And I still love Sherwood. Every time I go up to Sherwood, it's fun memories for me.
Yeah.
Remember where the cinema was. Where yesterday,
yeah.
I was with some friends remembering where the bakery was and the different shops that had gone from there.
Yeah.
So for me, Sherwood is strong, happy memories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Might be different when I think about my family settings and things. But certainly the area is something I still have fond memories of.
In Sherwood. Yeah.
In your early years, tell me about the things that you remember, happy memories in Jamaica, in Nottingham.
Happy memories. Happy memories in, there are quite a few. I mean, as far back I'm remembering, it depends on how far you want to go back. But if you go back to Jamaica days, I could say we had a lot of happy memories in Jamaica. I remember, I guess one of the happiest times when the grandmother called you for food anyway, because when food ready, we're always going to be happy.
Yeah.
So right? That was one of the main things to keep us happy. I mean, the other thing was maybe happiness was probably riding a donkey. Was one of our modes of transport. That was a major thing if you could actually get on a donkey and actually ride it. We used to, after dinner especially on a Sunday, I don't know why on a Sunday evening, but after dinner as kids we used to slide down this steep slope at the back of the house on what you call this coconut battle.
Oh yes.
I'd even forgotten the name. I'd check with my auntie. The husk. Yeah. Sit on it and slide down the steep slope, which is grassland.
Yes.
But then you could hit a lot of tree trunks or something on the way and topple over all the things. So how we survived that up to this day, I don't know, without broken neck or dead, seriously. But they were joyful days. The speed at which we used to slide down those things, that was our enjoyment, unlike the modern stuff that kids play with nowadays. So those are the things I can remember being happy about in Jamaica. Coming to England, happiness, I think the main thing was seeing my mother after 5 years for the first time. Because not like now, you have videos, you can have photos, you can see what she looked like. Because I've actually half forgotten what she looked like. So again, I was surprised and pleasantly surprised to see her. Meeting my new siblings, I had new siblings who were subsequently born in England before I came. My 3 sisters, and then my other brother was yet to be born a couple of days after I arrived. So those are happy moments initially of arriving, and so on. And even then, as a boy, coming from the countryside in Jamaica, I think one of the main things I remember about being happy or different was standing on a street corner and seeing all these cars go by. Because I've never seen so many cars, because I'm a car man, as you know. I love my cars.
Yes.
And seeing so many different cars going by every day, because where I lived, you look to see 1 or 2 cars per day. So to stand on a street corner in where we lived in Stenton and seeing this, I was like this, man. I mean, I was like a kid in a candy store.
Yes, absolutely.
Watching cars by. So that was basically the overall summary of my happiness. So initially, that initial days in England were happy in those respects. But I guess as we go along, we can find some more things to talk about.
I mean, certainly when I was, because I was in country, as we call it in Jamaica. I was in country until I was about 6. And then as a boy, my big brothers, my mum had children that was older, in their teens, and we'd go chopping wood together. They'd take me with them. Take me to move goats. So that I do still remember. When I talked to my older brother, he's about 15 years older than me. And he's got locks. He's a Rasta man. And he used to remember these things that we used to do with me. And he called me by my old Jamaican name, Wiz.
So I did get that name then. I thought your name was Raph. Oh, now I'm finding out something different now.
No. I've got those 2 names. So when I was in Jamaica, my middle name is Wisdom. But everybody called me Wiz for short.
So did you have wisdom anyway? Did you have any wisdom?
I had loads of it. Not then, but now I have. But when I came to England, and my first name is Raphael, and so people call me Raph for short.
Right.
So down there they call me Wiz with my middle name. Up here they call me Raphael. Raph.
Okay.
Yeah. And I preferred up here to change my name. But when I meet people from Jamaica themselves, say, Wiz, I have to look round today.
Yeah.
Talking to Wiz.
Okay.
Now somebody remember me.
At least somebody remembered you. Well, yeah. Well.
So how did for you Clement and your Tony and your Clem?
Yes. Well, my official name, as a lot of people know, is Clement. Where I write my name or any documents is Clement, but a lot of family members know me as Tony. Now, I don't know how it came about. Well, it would have come about by the fact that my middle name is Anthony, which became Tony. Tony short. And then in Jamaica, anyway, you get called by your middle name for some reason. In some areas, you get called by your middle name. So Tony became my name, being called at, shouted at, or whatever it is there when I'm being called for food. But my name is Clement, so also known as Tony. So my work colleagues will know me as Clement when I was working. At school was Clement or Clem. But at home and with friends, I'm Tony.
Yes.
And when the people meet, sometimes they don't know who's and what. They don't realize it's the same people when it's being spoken about. So that's how it came to be.
But that's common in the Caribbean community, isn't it? People got lots of nicknames.
Because we used to get called by
shortened names.
Shortened names, and also a lot of people, as we call it, physical features.
Yes.
They get called. I mean, we used to have. I remember in Jamaica, there's a man called what do you call it? Stretch neck.
Yes.
Or in English, stretch neck, because he had a long neck.
Yes.
Right. I know people call fat man.
Yes.
Because I'm fat.
Yes.
Big belly man.
Big foot.
Big foot. All those things and whatnot. These are the kind of names we grew up with in Jamaica. So that's how it came to be. So that's it. So I don't mind. You can call me Clement, call me Tony, whichever one you're comfortable with. I'm good. Well, you only know me as Tony anyway.
I know you as Tony.
You didn't discover I was Clement until I was writing stuff for you.
But certainly in terms of happy moments. So for me, as a child, remembering doing things with my brother in country. And then when I was in Kingston, I was living with my mum and dad for 5 or 6 years before they came here.
Right.
And my dad took me to a Christmas fair in Jamaica. So it was an evening, late night, and he allowed me to buy my first toy. And it's the first time I remember my dad taking me shopping, buying a toy.
What was his toy then?
Well, I bought a gun. You buy a waist, you get a gun and the holster that goes with it. And in those days, everybody was a cowboy.
I know why, because of the popularity of American movies.
Exactly.
John Wayne time.
John Wayne. Bonanza was the thing that used to be on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bonanza. I remember that one too.
So
you're going back a bit, though, man.
I know. So that was the first big memory I had with my dad. And then another time I bunked off school when I was in Jamaica. And I don't know how the man find me where me was with some friends.
That wasn't a happy moment then. I take it that wasn't a happy moment.
But it was happy while I was with my friends having fishing. The day out of school. But so there are happy moments in Jamaica. You know, as you say, toys. So we used to run wheel. So you get a wheel and you run it with a stick.
Oh yeah,
down the road.
Still do a bit of that in the country. I remember we used to make our own cars.
Yes.
2 wheels and an axle.
Yeah.
And a string up to the steering wheel, which was again a stick, left, right, like that. And we used to drive it on there. Used to make it together. So those are things you used to enjoy as little boys in Jamaica in terms of happiness. But generally, I would say I had a happy childhood in Jamaica because we were carefree. We had nothing to worry about.
Yes.
There are plenty of fruits to eat. We always eat that, but you can eat so many fruits. But we loved eating fruits all the time, because we live in the country.
No.
We have orange trees, mangoes. We could eat mangoes, even a dozen a day. It was no big deal. Grapefruit, everything was there. So when we weren't getting cooked food, we survived on fruits.
Mango is still my favourite thing when I go back to Jamaica.
Yeah.
But I've never been to Jamaica in mango season. That's another conversation for another time.
Yeah.
Yes. So then, of course, you came here and had to settle to school and think about your happy moments in school and with your parents.
Yeah. I wouldn't say happy moments in school. Again, it's something that's looking back. I find it difficult to record or try and remember really happy moments in school. I mean, we were just basically plunked into school and told to learn. I mean, the parents, they probably believe that their job was done, that they brought us from Jamaica and they've put us in school, so we should be happy and the rest is up to us whether we want to work or not. Making new friends, I think, was happy moments. There were 2 or 3 boys in the class who basically took me under their wing and helped me a lot settling down in school, especially in the first school I went to when I was only 10. And I say arriving here, and I'd never seen so many white people. To be honest with you.
Yes.
So basically you were ignored by a lot of the guys anyway. But 2 or 3 guys would take me under their wing. And I remember one particular guy who, up to this day, claims in a joking way that he taught me to read and write when I came here. Because when I came to England, he claims I couldn't read, and he took me on the wing and taught me to read. I say, that's BS, man. You're talking nonsense. When I came here, I could read. I traveled on a plane, changed planes and everything. I come here, and now you're trying to tell me that you taught me to read. It's nonsense. We're still up to this day and age.
Have a laugh about it.
Yeah, he always laugh about it and so on and whatnot. But that was a joyful moment. But no, I could, trust me, I could read and write when I came to England. In terms of other happy moments in school, I find it difficult to remember. Maybe school sports day was happy days. The work was tough. We had a lot of, the kids in the class. They didn't really make me happy. I mean, I find it difficult to make friends.
When did you start doing cricket and sports and things like that?
School time.
Yeah.
When we're at school, sport was what you call the way out. And of course, we only did, or me personally, only played the summer sports because I hated the cold weather. Because winter time, we had to play football.
Yes.
We had to go sledding down the slope and whatnot.
Yes.
It was winter sports, and I hated it. So I didn't cross country as well.
Yes.
And I didn't like those at all. I just liked summer sports, athletics and cricket.
Yeah.
So that's okay. And of course, the teachers assume that because we come from Jamaica, we're good at athletics, we're good at cricket, we're good at everything, which wasn't not necessarily the case. But I hated football because, man, it was just too cold. I'm sorry.
Yes. In shorts and
we had to put on shorts and go out there and just a shirt, and there was freezing and so on and what, and then you're forced out there. No, I didn't like it, and I can't think of any other happy moments I could remember in school apart from sports, and maybe just a few certain of the subjects we did at school, but certain subjects you hated. Out of that, I mean, I would say I enjoyed the science subjects like maths and physics. I would have enjoyed stuff like chemistry. I wasn't too keen on. Art I wasn't too keen on, and the call it the craft ones, woodwork and metalwork. I don't know if you did any of those.
Yes. I loved metalwork. In fact, that's one of my discovering of engineering.
All right.
Yeah, making a little. So what we had to do in our metalwork was make a little lock, which basically was on this 5 bits of metal.
Yeah.
A back with some bits either side, and the latch you push backwards and forwards.
Oh, right.
On top. But I made it and took it. I was just so proud of it.
Yeah. You keep it as a souvenir.
Something.
You still have it.
I had it for a long time. I don't think I still got it, but I had it for a long time.
Yeah.
But certainly for me, at school, I mean, making friends. So I was fortunate that the class I went into, because I went straight into secondary school.
Yeah, probably different for me.
The class
You're
I
older
went
than me,
into, there was 2 other black lads there. And one of them had the same surname as me, which is always funny.
Yeah.
And
you sure he wasn't your brother?
Well, we checked out. He was much lighter skinned than me.
Yeah, that don't mean anything.
So no, anyway, we had a good time, the 3 of us, and we looked after each other.
Okay.
So that was fun. And when summer holidays, we'd go up to the Woodthorpe Park, and places like that.
Yeah.
So we hung out a bit, although we didn't live near each other. We kept in touch. So no, I mean, I had some fun at school with those lads. It took me ages, because I came here at 13, straight into third year. So for me, it was alien, moving around from class to class. For in Jamaica, it was in one class, and people come and teach you. You had to move around from class to class.
Physically.
It was totally different. But
I
I made some good friends there, and I think that was good. But for family life, I think it was different. I had to talk about my parents just coming back and meeting them after a number of years. But I talk about my dad's relationship with myself as transactional. Sort of, he wanted me to learn, but he didn't know what he wants. He wanted me to go to work, but he didn't know what work.
What work? Work is work. Anything. As long as you're earning money.
But again, I made new friends on Ramsdale Crescent. Yourself, and so on. And for me, that making friends was part of my happiness, making good connections. And
I've just thought of something else which you probably would have enjoyed as well. I remember our school trips.
Yes.
At school, going to say London, or going to the parks or whatever it is there, London Zoo, trip to Science Museum in London. It was a whole day out, so it was away from Nottingham, and it was a big trip to us. I mean, kids nowadays, a big trip for them is going overseas.
Yes.
For us in those days, let me tell you, a trip to London was a massive trip. The night before, you didn't sleep. You're so excited that you're actually going on the bus and you're going to go to London with your friends. So I remember a few trips we went to London. I think the Planetarium, Science Museum, London Zoo, Drayton Manor Park. I don't know if it still exists around this area.
Yes.
Twycross Zoo, all those things. So those are I can say now, remembering now, those are the happy moments we would have had going out with your friends to on day trips, because again, it was a whole day. So coming back from London and back in those ugly, decrepit buses that they had in those days. I don't know, it must have taken about 4 or 5 hours to drive to London in those days. But we enjoyed it. It was fun. It was fun.
The only trip I remember with school was going up to Derbyshire to the Blue John mines. And doing a walk around there.
Yes.
That's what I remember as a trip. I don't remember any other. But I'd less time in school in 2 years. But no. So really, around family memories, it's difficult, because I just remember my mum and dad working hard to try and keep the house over,
put food on the table,
the roof over our heads, as the saying goes. So that was big for us. I think, in terms of loving family thing, it took ages for us to get to that. And it wasn't until I was in my 20s, and in fact left home and started to be more sort of visiting and looking after, that we had that real bond.
Did you ever get any hugs from your parents? Do you remember?
I think I may have from my mum. I don't remember it from my dad. But I don't physically remember him. But certainly I knew that my mum, she was more at home. And I was sick at times, so but no, I don't actually.
I don't remember one hug, to be honest with you.
No,
I do not remember one hug either from mainly with my mother, because there was definitely no hug going to come from my stepfather.
No,
but I don't remember. We were not really. I mean, she was my mother. I'm sure she loved me. I loved her and so on. But
Yes.
we didn't have that emotional attachment, because I even remember when I first met her after 5 years, it was like, oh, you're here, why not sit down? You want some tea or whatever it is here, and come down. She'd come back from the hospital with Wayne. And it was just basic, like I was a visitor.
Yes.
So we didn't have that bond. Maybe it was because we missed a few years, 5 years.
5 years is
growing
quite
up
a
so
lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's half my life.
It is.
And generally, maybe it's just us as Jamaicans. I don't think we hug our kids or emotional with our kids as we've done to our kids. But the generation before us, I don't think there was that attachment that we've instilled in our kids and we have in ourselves and so on and whatnot. It wasn't there.
Well, I think one of the things I remember that's distinct, and I think there was something about that generation. I had to call my dad sir at times, and I'm thinking,
wow.
But there was something about that sort of transition, about them looking after you, rather than you being that loving relationship you think as a family. We've learned that family should be. In those days, it was, you're my responsibility, and you have to answer to me in those sort of terms. So yes, sir.
You have to say sir. So okay, so that was interesting. On leaving school, then, I mean, how did you actually get into you say the trade or the profession that you're doing now, or did in your working life?
Well, I mean, I think for me that's part of the transition. For me was a new start. Leaving school and going into employment for me was something new, new opportunities, new learning, and although it wasn't what I wanted to do to start with, so
what did you want to do anyway? What did you actually
I
want
wanted
to do?
to be a motor mechanic. I wanted to be a motor mechanic when I left school. And I suppose lots of boys wanted to be firefighters. So those are two things I thought I wanted to do.
You want to be a train driver?
Left school.
Like most of my friends did. I remember English friends, they wanted to be a train driver at the time.
That didn't cross my mind for some reason. But no, so I wanted to be a motor mechanic. But when the careers officer came to our school, I think he just had a list of companies we could go to. And for me, it was Raleigh. He says, you can get a job at Raleigh. Go down there such and such a time. This place. And that's what I finished up doing. I know, in terms of talking to my mum and dad, I had a chance of staying on at school for to do CSCs, I think it was called then.
CSC.
CSCs.
That's it.
GCs and then CSCs. And so I stayed on for 6 months, but didn't complete it. So I went off to Raleigh instead. And Raleigh offered me an apprenticeship, so I thought, that's okay. I can. But first of all, you had to work in their machine shop. They gave you day release. And work in their machine shop.
Go to the college,
Go to college for a day a week.
But paid. It was paid.
Oh yeah, you paid for it. They paid a full week's wages.
The full day for the day. The day.
And then come September, so I think I went there so school finished in January, so I went there in February. And then come September, I should go into an apprenticeship. And come September, they told me that they didn't have one I could go into. So I could carry on and wait for the next intake, which is a year later. But then I decided that I had to find a job that will give me an apprenticeship.
Get some money.
And for you, the transition was similar, I take it. What was your experience?
Well, generally, I'm trying to remember how I ended up in printing, or say graphics and printing. I think I was a member of, two of my good friends at school, Duffield and Dwight. Dwight and Kensworth King. We had a photography club at school. We were actually learning how to develop film, take photos, and actually do our development ourselves in the dark room. And at the time when leaving school, I wanted to be, I thought it was glamorous to be a a film cameraman.
Right.
I saw them. You see them at football matches, perched on this, or in the news doing this and so on. And I fancied myself doing that. That was really something I wanted to do. And then, of course, you get a chance to talk to your careers teacher about the things you want to do, because we did have one then, careers advisor. And they must have taken up on that and probably realized it was so-called above me, I wouldn't be able to achieve that. So he suggested I go into printing, a camera operator in printing. So that's actually how I ended up going to that, getting an apprenticeship local in one of the local companies, because they take on so many per year. And that's how I started going into printing, ended up with my apprenticeship.
Yes.
I don't think my mother was overtly pleased with that, happy, because she had high ambitions for me for some reasons. Maybe she thought I was smart or whatever it was, but she wasn't very keen on it. But it was something I was doing something, and I was actually wanted to maybe do. There was no way I could do it. What he called it further education, because my stepfather was saying, "Boy, you have to leave school and go and find a job." You know, find a job means that you're contributing to the household every week, which you have to give payment to keep for the roof over your head. So I end up in printing that way, and of course, you're learning on the job. You're apprentice. You're going to college and so on, and you the first few weeks and days you don't really do anything. You're just making the tea. You're just general dog's body running around and so on and whatnot. And the transition was also difficult, because you're leaving school straight into a different environment where you miss all your school friends, the routine of school. And all of a sudden, everybody just seems so old, because you're dealing with adults. Everybody's an adult, what you're doing now, and they're talking about different things. So that took time to adapt as well, and, the transition from school life to working life. Because we're little boys. I'd only been in England 6 years or 7 years.
But as you told me all of that, I'm reflecting the happiness. What came to your face was a nice smile when you talked about the printing and so on. And that was the bit you were doing at school. In that bit. Yeah, there was continuation. The happy moment.
Yeah.
And the other thing you told me earlier on, which I think connects to that, was that your auntie thought you ought to be the local doctor when you grew up.
Oh, in Jamaica? Yeah, I'd mentioned before. So,
So there must be some happy moments around that parental thing, their expectations.
Or maybe they could see something, high hopes, high expectation. I hope I fulfilled it or went some way towards fulfilling it. I don't know, but I tried my best, all I could do. But under the circumstances, because we have to say, you have so many things going against you.
Yes.
Against us, I should say, at the time, that period. And for us to have gone through, we couldn't quite achieve the highs that maybe our parents expected. I mean, my mother didn't really say what she wanted me to do, but she wanted me to do something big and high. And she wasn't impressed with the fact that I'm going to work and actually you're physically clocking in with a card every day when you go in. She wasn't impressed by that at all, and crossed me off sometimes with that. So those were the kind of things you had to go through with our parents. Yeah.
So give me 2 happy moments that you want me to remember.
My working life as an apprentice?
No, anytime, anywhere.
Payday, when you're working. Means that once you get your money every week, it was like £8 or £9 in those days. You had cash in your hand, means that you're going out in the night, you're going to have fun and meeting your friends and so on and whatnot. What else in that time, happy moments? I think as a teenager as well, learning to drive. Was something else that you would enjoy, because we were mature in those days. We wanted to drive and impress and so on. So
that's a good one to remember, isn't it? That transition. Because that bit for now transition into adulthood. Certainly for me, one of the things I want to remember is the happy moments I had with my half siblings. In Jamaica, and the other thing I really, as you mentioned. Although I don't remember lots of happy moments with my dad apart from when I was a baby. And he took me to buy a gun.
It wasn't a real
That's
gun.
A good word to say it, a gun.
A gun.
It was...
just stress it's a toy gun.
Actually, when I came here, in Sherwood, about, a quarter of a mile from where we lived, a friend of his lived. And... one of the things I remember is just leaving his friend's house and us having a race as boy and father.
With that, yeah.
Towards our house.
Did you win?
And I don't remember. I think I should have won, but I might have let him win.
Logically, you should have won.
That was and so they're good things for us to remember and take forward.
Yeah.
But no, I think we've got lots to talk about in future episodes.
Yeah.
But for me, happiness seems to be, it should be more about family.
Yeah.
And that's something we transition going forward.
Yeah,
so that's great. So just wrapping up on that then. I think we'll take that as
a theme.
As a theme going forward.
Okay, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for that. It was for making me remember those things. That was part of that.